Next stop, 24/7 Big Daddy Milker's milking season. Hello, beautifuls. Welcome back to my Chanel. Mr. Biscuits is currently sleeping next to me because he's a little bit tired, aren't you, little biscuit boy? And welcome back to another episode of Janice Dickinson's Modellign, the show that quite literally gives us everything and also completely nothing all at once.
Budget cuts.
On a completely different side note, Sophie Ellis-Bextor is currently trending in short form content land with Murder on the Dance Floor, and my brain has decided to immediately eviscerate it into It's Murder on the Dance Wig.
Why don't you try on that lovely wig?
So now you have that on the internet forever. So my lovelies, we haven't done one of these in a very, very, very long time, and Janice gives us the vibes that I just don't want to be anywhere near her. Someone recently let me know that apparently Janice Dickinson is currently releasing a musical album, and the first song apparently is called Floor, so I'm sure that will be quite spectacular.
I coined it. I own it. Bitch.
Do you know, it's actually snowing today in London, and I don't know why. I've decided to wear something metal on me because it's so cold. I'm literally like, oh, it's Murder on the Dance Wig. You better not kill the wig, DJ. In the last episode of Janice Dickinson's Modelling Wig, we saw some really quite hateful scenarios unfold, actually. I feel like I start every single one of these episode reviews with this because it's just shocking. I don't know how this television show was made and not critiqued so heavily at the time, girls. Right, to give it more context, shall we have a top comment from the last episode? I think we should, my lovelies, and that is by, hey guys, it's Nicole. Do you remember her? Plastic surgery queen. Peter really said it's not a race thing and then proceeded to explain exactly why it is a race thing. I completely agree, and I'm also going to elucidate further onto your point and just say that a lot of the stuff that happens in this show starts with well, it's not going to actually be that way. And then it actually turns out to completely be that way.
It's because they're terrible.
The overarching storyline of this show seems to be, I want high fashion models modelling around the world in Milan Fashion Week, girls. And then it's like, oh, Fargo, the girl with the most commercial appeal, is getting booked for everything. But Janice is like, no, I hate her, she's not Milan. And then it's rinse repeat for the next, 28 seasons or however long this goes for. So, my lovelies, with that being said, are you ready to watch another episode with me today, my lovelies? It is episode 8, and it's called In Bed with the Client.
Of course it is.
Grab yourself a beverage. Today, it's again the Monster Ultra Fiesta. That's a lie, it's Ultra Rosa. Pop your little Ohrringer right into your little Janice hole, and let's watch Janice Dickinson's Modelling
On the Janice
Dickinson Modelling Wig. Do your gown in a lilac-coloured nightgown. Oh, she's been through her head backwards. Janice. Imagine literally paying for your own billboard and being like, I'm actually a really big star. Although Angeline did that in the 80s, didn't she? Absolute icon. Do your own thing, whatever it is that you do, because we don't know. There we go. On the corner of Janice's...
This has been working really hard bringing in new clients.
Sorry, what was that?
This agency has been working really hard bringing in new clients.
Has it though? I don't think it has. I don't think that's true.
Today is a huge opportunity to take a huge step forward. By landing
Flower arranging?
client. Aussiebum is an Australian-based underwear company that
They
needs
are.
a male model not only to represent their new line, but also to appear in an
Oh
editorial.
look, my God, we haven't seen that dog
represent their
in
new
ages.
line, but also
Look, that was the dog she got for Christmas for her child. Was it Safi, I think? And I'm a bit like, oh, it's a bit neglectful. Isn't Aussiebum a homosexual company? Well, not technically. I guess it's just stand by the gays, I guess. So there we go. I wonder if she'll be like, oh, we need some hot homosexual actions. Didn't they send their two hottest male models to Japan? So
to appear in an editorial magazine work worldwide. Sean,
yeah.
Nice to meet you.
let's just see you. Thank you so much for coming all the way from
Oh, you've got a surfboard. Oh, that's
I'm very confident right now that we've got male models that can nail this job. I mean, Janice loves every male model that walks.
What's happened to Peter's lip? Has he had a fight? This is new. Did he get filler, but just there?
Good body, and since she sort of makes me take them, this is one instance where I think it'll pay off.
Right.
I've got a little gift for you.
Oh, wow.
It's the old Aussiebum surfboard.
Oh, I love it. Thank you so much. Well, Sean, what can we do for you today?
Put it on the wall.
We got a new product. It's the Wonder Jock.
The
What does
Wonder
a Wonder
Jock.
Jock do?
Wonder Jock basically turns somebody who's lacking a little bit into somebody who's a little bit more on show to the world.
It's going to be a sensation, and I'm so grateful to be able to supply
homosexual?
our well-hung models for your Wonder Jock. This agency could have
Once again, it's not really Milan Fashion Week, is it? It's not Leon Dame for Aussiebum. Yeah.
Not only have we been given the opportunity to increase the notoriety of the agency, they're churning out cash money for the models. Cash.
Well, as every single job should be, you are an agency. Your fundamental point is to make money, no?
I just don't know anymore.
So the fact that she's like, episode 8 in season 2, finally being like, oh my god, we're gonna make some money. Like, oh, you're not a businesswoman, are you?
I'm a professional.
Bottom. Who wants to place some bets right now that this is just going to be like Janice Dickinson's pervert photo session? Because whenever she gets the opportunity to completely disrobe men that are like model physique, she is like, let me go,
That was not erotic to everybody.
And it makes me feel quite uncomfortable to watch, and I shall not be doing that again. Thank you, good night. You know, what's the point of even curling my hair? She doesn't hold a curl. What's the point? Like, this side, Gorgina girls could go to a runway. In fact, actually, maybe she couldn't. It's murder on the dance wig. What is even happening? You were curly. Get a grip.
We released it a couple of weeks ago.
What is she writing? What is that?
We released it a couple of weeks ago. It has already become one of the biggest selling men's underwear items globally. It
What
is
is she
such a
writing?
buzz.
Sorry, it's a busy agency. Hello, JDMA. Yes. Did Joey tell you what I needed? I apologize, you guys.
What are we talking about for this campaign?
That's kind of rude, no? I mean, I've never answered in a business meeting with a client. I've never been like, oh, 1 second, hello, yes, Madame Buffont. Never, ever, ever.
Exactly, tell me specifically what we're looking for, male model-wise, and what the budget is.
The guys in your agency, they're fresh, they're new.
Our models are fresh-faced. They're unknowns,
Fantastic.
but they're unknowns on their way up.
What I want is somebody that people are going to go, who the is that? The guy I'm looking for is the guy that other guys around the world can relate to.
And be like,
Girls
I want to
will
see his
adore.
penis.
Somebody's going to walk down the street and women are going to go, whoa, what the hell is going on there? Another call?
Why would you wear like a posing thong down the street and go, what the hell is going on there? Goodness, maybe it is grey sweatpants season already.
I'm a slut, Doug.
Well, I'm a businesswoman.
The fact that Janice kept answering her phone was not surprising for me. I wasn't expecting less from an American girl that Janice is. In France, this is just rude.
I apologize.
A fresh
Red for filth by a woman who knows what she's doing.
model,
We have-
somebody that's never worked it. What do you want? What are you looking for?
10,000 a day.
10 is bloody a lot of money for one guy. Like, seriously.
No, it isn't. No, it
It is.
isn't.
Oh, come on. I have been buying models around the world.
Globally?
Yeah. What do you think we are? We're just in LA.
Well, okay, you know
We're
what?
in Spain,
You know what?
Sweden,
Listen.
Germany.
What's your name again? Claude?
Claudine.
What's his name? Sean. Sorry. Excuse me. Sean. I'm not debating how cool you are.
You give me 7 guys, one's going to end up in a magazine around the world.
If I was that client, I would have walked out right then. My camera was so shocked she disfocused.
I could not believe it.
That is a shocking way to talk to your client. Potential client, they haven't even hired you yet. You forgot his name? Ultimate sin, I would have walked out.
Here's what I propose. We do one of the male models gets $5,000 for the campaign. We'll split up the other $5,000 amongst the other models.
Yep.
Now everybody should be happy.
Yep.
We've got a lot of great male models in our agency, but I think we may need to find more.
Well, yeah. So I'm sitting there looking down the barrel of our biggest client yet. And then it hits me. He would like to have 7 top-of-the-line underwear models. And in my head, I'm doing an inventory of the guys that we already have in the agency. TJ, JP are great candidates, but the high-fashion models like Adrian and Andrew probably won't cut it.
Yes, because Aussiebum is usually well, it looks like this. It's murder on the dance wig.
I'm thinking I'm probably going to have to find some guys to make sure that I give the client exactly what he's looking for.
Right.
We'll have an open casting at the Abbey, and we will have some of the hottest talent show up.
There is
The Abbey is a homosexual venue in LA, isn't it? And look at him, he's excited at open casting! Penises, girls!
I'm so happy.
I find it so funny that nearly every episode in this series, we're having an open casting. Like, brand new people, new models, new casting. What is the turnover in models in this agency?
A sensible 74.
58,000 new models a day. How can she possibly, like, grow someone's career if all she's doing is constantly having a new person every day? I don't understand.
No one else like Janice. Like, who else can get the publicity and who else can get the guy that we need? Thanks, mate.
Thank you so much, Michelle.
Anyone who knows the industry.
Thank you much. Thank you.
I'm sure even you could do a better job.
Thank you much.
I was Coco before.
So the agreement is they would like to spend $10,000 to test shoot 7 of our models to only boil it down to 1
7
model for a
models.
worldwide campaign.
Right.
Impressing this client is the
10 grand.
agency's
Okay.
#1 priority. The first thing I have to do is beef up our male roster. And the only way to do that is to hold
Giving them
another
all trend.
open casting call to find more hot bodies.
Right, okay, right.
Today is all about finding new undiscovered models
Here
that I
she
can
is.
present to Sean at Aussiebum to
Hello.
make sure that we land this job. Hi!
What is that, 8
How are
people?
you? I will be pushing the existing Janice Dickinson models first.
I love the fact they've gone, oh, walk down the line, show how many people have turned up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's a woman there. Six men. Is this an open casting? More like open casket.
She's dead.
But the best
I
models
got it.
from this open call will be presented to the client and have a chance to go from unsigned into
Oh.
landing
It's
our
sad,
biggest
isn't it?
job yet. So here we are at the famous Abbey. Love it.
I'm David Cooley. I'm the owner of the Abbey here in West Hollywood. Janice Dickinson approached me about doing an open casting call here for
The
Aussiebum,
Ubi.
and I thought it was a perfect match.
Perez, thank you for helping us today.
I'm sorry. Aren't we a bit surprised that this person is on TV from back then? I mean, aren't they hugely problematic? I don't actually know a lot about Perez Hilton. His attitude towards people would just make me feel a bit ill, so I was just like, I'm not interested. Oh, that's right. He had quite a run-in with Britney Spears, didn't he? As in, like, he was insufferable and quite disgraceful to her. Gosh, it's just page after page after page of scandal. Oh, he's also been banned from TikTok, apparently. Well, does that surprise me? No.
Claimed queen of all media.
Worship.
Queen of the media? I don't think so. You just had a blog.
You're gonna see some, honey.
Miss Janice Dickinson called me up, invited me to come and help her select some hot men for her Aussiebum casting. I love
Why?
You look
You are a celebrity gossip blogger. What's that got to do with an international brand based in Australia? No? Is Aussiebum actually Australian, or is that just a name? It is an Australian men's swimwear company. Okay. Swimwear and underwear for men, by men, being hosted at the Abbey, but there's not been a mention of homosexuality yet, has there? I wish that back in the day they didn't, like, shy away from saying, this is a gay brand. This is a gay brand, and we're gonna have a wonderful gay episode today. Like, why are they all like, we've got Perez Hilton, we're gonna look at lots of men with their wonder bra for penises on at the Abbey in LA. Like, say it. Say it.
All right, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Right.
I am so excited to have the Perez Hilton on
Why?
board. He
Why?
knows a thing or two about hot guys. He'll be the perfect judge for potential Aussie bums.
Is she like, bottoms? Right, here we go.
We're just about to start meeting all the guys. There's a huge line outside. I think Janice is going to be really excited.
It would be awesome if Janice accepted me today. It's my birthday, first of all. When Janice sees me, I have no clue what she's going to say.
Bulge-tastic. Is this allowed on YouTube? I just don't know. I don't know what the rules are anymore. Apparently they've relaxed some rules on nakedness recently, so everybody, do you want to get your little wigs on? Oh, what's gonna happen next?
Bountiful penis.
She sees so many people coming through.
Let me
I
take a
hope it's
picture of
just
your
a good
pussy.
experience.
I guess I'm about ready to see a whole bunch of guys, and you know what Janice is going to do? She's going to make them drop trowel, and I'm going to be just miserable. But we have a job to do.
Because you can't perv on them like you have the other ones, maybe? Oh, he looks awkward, doesn't he? He's like,
What do you do to work out?
away.
How old are you? Why do you want to model for Aussiebum today?
I do personal training and construction, so my forte is my body.
personal training and construction.
Look amazing.
My favorite.
I really liked the Italian stallion, as I am nicknaming him, just because he seemed to be like the Aussiebum guy.
I'd really be grateful to represent you.
I feel good, amazed. There's a lot of guys out there, so I feel blessed that she chose me. Thank you very much.
Like, just taking this out of context a little bit. I'm not averse to like appreciating beauty, but actually having it in a way of like, you're throwing these naked men to the lions to judge their bodies for 10 grand? I don't know. I just get the ick. Does anybody else, do you know what I mean? Like, am I being a little bit like, woohoo, wacky carols, that's it again?
Drives me crazy to work here, but you have to love cock.
Oh my God.
I just feel like within the context of this show, it's not about bringing these models in and making them feel good and giving them access to a career or access to, I don't know, even time for print with good photos and good connections. I feel like it's just, come in and let Janice and Perez just perv on you for a bit.
I don't want that.
Appreciate the time.
Welcome. I think I just met my future husband. I'm not kidding you.
See?
Dude, I've
Shopping
never
for
seen
a
a body
husband
like
at a
yours in
model
my
show is quite
life.
appropriate.
Hot.
Oh my God, his abs. What was that? That is incredible. How can, they're like buns, like bread buns. That is wild. How do you even get that like volume? Next stop, 24/7 Big Daddy Milker's milking season.
What did you just say?
Hot. I mean, you're looking at each one, you're going, look 'em.
How old are you?
26 years old.
Give me a big smile.
The
You're
point
very
is
good
to
looking.
sell a
I'm
product.
out here from Washington, D.C., and this is my very first audition.
What year with this bottle?
Oh, yes. Perfect. That looks instantly better.
Go get waxed. You're in. We had LA skin on hands to wax the guys down there. Who wants a hairy monster and, you know, look at?
Okay, you ready?
I'm sorry, what is this? Come get your bussy out on spa day. What is this show turned into? I ask that question every single episode, but what has this show turned into? Why would you go and potentially be like, all right, come to me and let me like judge you if you're a fit for this brand, but then we're gonna wax you at the same time? Like, are they doing the photo shoot right now? Or does she wants them to like go into the agency for the photo shoot down the line, doesn't she? Is there any logic to this madness? No. Oh my God. Right,
I came all the way
now
here
it's like,
from New York yesterday. Went through torture, getting my back waxed, my eyebrows waxed, my nose waxed.
Hey, Kenny, welcome back.
So much better.
Just for this.
Yo, but turn around and fix your Johnson. It's like spring break in Cancun. Let's get the next group of guys in now.
yeah.
What's going on?
My name's Tony.
You're Tony.
Yeah.
Tony the Tiger.
Yeah. Tiger.
Are you opposed to doing nudes? Yeah. Could you turn around and take your pants off and just put your hands over your
Turn back around.
yeah.
Exploitation.
I say you come back on Monday, but he's like a better version of Billy.
I don't see that, but...
Tony, how old are you?
Oh, he was a bit zesty then, wasn't he? I don't see that. Really, this actually makes me feel a little bit uncomfortable. And I know exactly why, because this is not a genuine offer to these men as a way of creating a career in modelling. This is, come be involved in my completely random, deranged reality TV show where you will be just used as eye candy for me.
Peter and I would be happy to represent you.
Today, Janice sometimes would all of a sudden look at a guy and say, welcome to my agency. And I'm not saying I agree or disagree with her. I'm saying that they have to go through a process like everybody else does.
Yeah.
Whoa, hold on a second. What? Oh.
What is that? No.
That's the... Oh.
Is it real?
It's not easy for me to sit down with basically 3 gay icons and look at nothing but guys' butts and playing with their Johnsons all day.
You know what?
But, like, realistically, that's what you do when all you want to cast is skinny, blonde, tanned girls for all of your positions. I mean, just in the last episode, we saw him and Niabel kind of butt heads because he's so obsessed with a single type of model. So why don't you just do your job? If you weren't trying to sexualize all of your models, why is it bad that you're looking at them in terms of stats and being like, yeah, I can see that you're an attractive man, you're gonna make us money? Why are you like,
Oh, I just don't like seeing. I wish these were all ladies.
Please. This one's a gymnast. Can you do any acrobatic
Can you go
tricks?
to the end and do some flip-flops?
Yes. Okay.
I mean,
That was
very
hot.
impressive.
Can you
but-
try that without the underwear?
Yeah, there you go, see, unacceptable.
No.
You gotta give the people what they want.
I can't watch. I am not watching this. Flip-flops with the
They
dingle
wanna see
hanging.
it.
It's not happening.
The Janice Dickinson modeling wig.
I am not watching this. When David and Perez was trying to make that poor guy get naked, they crossed the line, honey. It's all right to have fun every once in a while, but I had to take the stand.
Oh, wow.
I've had this bar and restaurant for 15 years. That's the first. That's the first.
Alrighty, guys, let's just get this done.
Okay, the volume's
Next,
back up
guys,
now.
come on in. Let's see you walk, sir.
Like,
I like him.
unnecessary
Wait a minute.
behaviour.
Peanut gallery, yay or nay? Louder! I think you're hot.
Hey guys, I have some good news. What? That was the last wannabe model.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much. You're not getting a kiss.
There you go.
I wouldn't bother.
Great morning. I'm so excited about all the new talent that I found for Aussiebum. But our work is not done yet. We need to bring
Four
forth
people.
every potential model that is just right for this job.
Right.
Serene, that Peter asked to leave the agency, could be so perfect for this job. Hi, Serene.
Hi.
After a long, arduous thought process, unfortunately, I have to drop you today. His body...
That was also at the elimination that she gave to Claudia because she was like,
Why don't you model as a boy?
to the only trans woman. Totally unacceptable. Right, so she's called him back and she's going to dangle this opportunity in front of him. I hope he's like, no, I'm actually a successful model without you now. Bye, Janice.
His body is to die for. It's rockin', and I
Well, I like
believe
that top.
that it's just what Aussiebum might be looking for. So we flew him in to see if he might be interested in the opportunity. So great
giving
to
Ricky
see you.
Martin
How have you
vibes.
been?
I've been good. My name is Serene. I used to work for Janice Dickinson a couple of months ago.
Serene hails from Romania. He lives in Las Vegas. He drove all the way up here to meet with you during the audition.
Can you tell me about your tattoo? You to interact more and be able to talk more comfortably. It's something permanent on your body. You should be able to talk a little bit more into that. We only had to choose 3 and it was a very hard decision, so thank you for coming.
Thank you so much.
I just missed the job.
I felt really sorry for him.
And now she brought me back for Osborne audition for underwear. She gave me a hope, and that's a very good thing for me.
I know we dropped you from the agency before.
He looks so different.
That's a very good thing for me.
So different here. What's different?
I've got a bucket of piss, sweetie.
I know it's good to be back, but I hope it's not going to be like the last time.
Oh, honey, I don't know that. Here you go again.
No, but
Here you go again.
hold on, no, if once again, we'll put you in front of the right client for you, and if the client books you, then great. But if they don't book you, we can't control that.
I know, I understand. That makes sense.
That's all.
I don't often agree with Peter here, but he does quite often seem to say more sensible business things than Janice does, shall we say? Is that a positive? I think it might be a positive for this show, you know? I mean, work with me here. We've got to get something out of this, haven't we?
No.
For him to say, like, we will put you in front of the right clients and hopefully that will get you work is kind of like, okay, that's the base minimum you can do as an agency. Is it reassuring? Yes. Have we got much faith? Probably not. I guess that's maybe one of the nicer things we've heard in this episode. I don't know.
But what's the point?
Just seen a wingerling bussy hole do a backflip, so...
Oh, that's nice.
All right, so welcome back. Go do some
Welcome
sit-ups.
back. Now
Being back
leave.
to the agency, I think they called me
Goodbye.
for a reason. They are confident with me. So it's feel pretty good. I mean, to kick you out and call you back, that's a great thing, you know.
Oh, I don't think I agree, Serene. I don't think being kicked out and called back is a good thing. I think that shows that they have misjudged, and it actually puts you in a bit of a stronger position. For example, you could have said then, if I get the job, I want a higher percentage of pay rate.
I'm a professional woman.
I am worth it, girls. Don't let them make a fool of you.
Jobs that specifically call for African models are rare, especially in Los Angeles, where they primarily look for the apple pie girl next door, the Peter Ham type. So recently, Vision magazine needed models.
I'm sorry, is this becoming like a storyline reaction to what we saw happen with Nia Bell in the last episode? That's exactly what this feels like. Is it true to say that, like, Black American castings are rare in LA? Is that true to say? I am wholly unfamiliar with the modelling industry in LA. I know there are some people here in the audience that quite often share their little, like, knowledge and their experience with the modelling industry themselves, all across the world, but specifically in LA. When it comes to this show, I would be interested to know, is that a correct statement?
Welcome back.
Thank you. Well, I'm very excited to see Janice's models today for this new magazine because we're expecting a great launch.
He is the man. When I told him about the great diversity in our agency, he was very excited.
It's nice to have a casting call where the client isn't looking for blonde hair, blue eye for once. I appreciate Janice and Peter seeking out this job for models like me and Perez.
What do you think is your strongest point as a model? Smile.
Well, let's see it. I just love that little girl. Look at this dimples with the thing right here.
Janice came up to me to give my shake. Hey, I love your smile. I was like, ah. Inside, I was like, oh, Janice, stop it.
Yeah,
I
don't
love
touch
this
me.
Thank you. Also, for your consideration, the two new girls, they're real good walkers.
What do they want?
I saw that and I died.
What's the job?
Naomi Campbell, look out. And she doesn't throw cell phones. It's up to you. All right, you three guys come together.
That was a Naomi Campbell cell phone joke there, which I don't really think is appropriate to make that kind of a joke in this environment. Like, time and place, Janice. Time and place. She does this thing where she changes her cadence when she talks to anyone black. In a way, it comes across as a bit of a mocking tone as well. I'm not really that into it.
All right, you three guys come together. Why don't the three of you take your shirts off real fast? I pride the guys in the agency on just being built. Marcus, up with the drawers again. He's a rapper. Marcus Boy is an enigma, not only to me, but to everyone else on the planet. I love his spirit, his energy, especially as a rap artist. But as charismatic as he is, he's totally unprofessional. He's consistently late and not usually prepared. I don't really know how to get him to take this stuff seriously.
We've seen that that's not actually the case, Janice. We've seen that quite a lot of the case is you being a huge problem and nobody wants to work with you.
For this issue, we only needed one guy and two other young ladies.
Yes.
Marcus, please.
Marcus! Whoa.
I'm truly happy, and it's an honor, it's a pleasure to be part of the African American magazine, which is Visions.
And the
But what's
other
the job?
two, Kishka and Anayabel?
Yes.
Anayabel.
I booked the job, and I'm thrilled. I know I can get
Oh, I hope
modeling
there's
work
pay
if I
involved.
was just given a chance. I feel great.
They're all unique models. Marcus, I want tip-top shape. No messing up, all right? You have to be representing.
I'm on thin ice with Janice, and you got a lot of models like Stina going out there.
When
you know,
was
helping
that
getting
shot
stock,
taken?
help them build their portfolios, and I figured I should do the same. So I went out, and I asked a friend of mine to help me out with a photo shoot. But it just happened to be the same time I had to go in the recording studio to finish a hip-hop track.
Over Hollywood. My name is Kevin Green.
Sorry, we just moved on to a completely different scenario. What was the job with Visions magazine? Why? The only job that's catering to, like, black models has not been described? Literally any of the other opportunities they've had, that charity, like, bag holding competition next to the pool, the Ed Hardy thing, it was all very in-depth explaining about why it's important, blah, blah, blah. Why not for this one as well? Interesting.
I work out of Universal City. I've been in business for about 20 years. Today we're going to be updating Marcus's book. We're going to do a couple casual looks. We're going to do maybe some body shots and a really good headshot.
Okay.
Roll over Hollywood. Marcus?
Is that Marcus?
He's
Marcus. Do you know what time it is? It's 12:15 and you're late. We've got the hair people here and everything, and you are late. You need to be here in 15 minutes, okay?
Coming up. Are they trying to make him out to be something like really difficult to work with guy? Like, Janice has been gunning for Marcus to go for such a long time. Like, I'm not a fan of people being late for things, so I do understand from that aspect, but I do also feel like she's singling him out, which is not good.
Marcus.
Oh, here we go, the Janice
Do you know
week.
what time it is? It's 12:15 and you're late. You need to be here in 15 minutes, okay? Marcus is supposed to be here at 12 o'clock. I call him at 9 to confirm. Didn't hear from him until 15 minutes ago to tell me he's going to be another half an hour late.
Yeah, well, totally what to do. Hey,
Yeah.
how you doing? TV.
I do feel if you're going to have multiple things on the go, you have to prioritize a few.
And according to what we, recorded today, I mean, it's going pretty damn good. Catch me posted on the block with that gangster rhythm. 2 for 3, 3 for 5, want them, come and get them. I got them bitches plucking, flocking like they in a cage. And if I open it, the bird just might fly away.
What's going on with the photo shoot? 12:30.
It's 12:30. I'm not sure, but I need for you to stay.
Oh!
Are you gonna pay him to stay?
Oh! It's a wrap!
It's not my kind of music, but there we go.
So late.
Not everyone, different folks, different strokes.
Do you realize you are an hour and 15
I know,
minutes
but I'm
late?
working on the
I don't care about
the
demo. No. Look, I've got a person here. This makeup artist we have to pay. He's $100 an hour.
We are at Kevin's Green office. I'm getting ready to do a photo shoot. I was a little bit late, but everything will be all right. I think he's calm.
Is it somewhere y'all could, like, you know...
Take it out of your next paycheck?
Yeah. Take it out
of your paycheck?
Yeah, take it out my next
I
paycheck.
have no problem doing that.
All right, let's do it. Kevin Green, you on.
Good for that.
Oh no, we're not doing this fake click noise.
One more time. There you go. He's a lot of fun. He's impromptu. You never know what he's gonna do next.
You like my style, man.
Hour and a half late,
291.
and now he's on the phone. I think one of my main concerns with Marcus is that his attention is so diverted. Marcus, I'm leaving. I know, I'm leaving. If I can get down off this thing.
Wait. Well, I was shooting and I had to take the phone call. It was about the music, and you know, my passion is the music, so Kevin Green's gonna have to respect that. All right, Andrew, I'll call you back in 5 minutes.
I don't know, maybe I spoke a bit too soon earlier. We are kind of seeing a storyline here in which Marcus is probably going to have to make a decision as to which career he wants to pursue more and which one's going to be like a sidestep career, if that makes sense, like a bit of a hobby on the side that you might be able to monetize slightly. It is rude to keep people waiting if they are busy and booked, especially if you're not paying them.
Wait, what's going on, man? I'm not gonna have the phone anymore. But if it rings, Isaiah, give it to me, all right?
All right. That's great. Great. Is that good smile? Oh, yeah, that's great.
Oh, camera click.
Great.
Ka-ching.
Okay.
Ka-ching.
All right. We're done. It's a wrap.
I mean,
You know,
sure.
Marcus, we could have spent more time with you, but you were 2 hours late and then got on the phone for another 15.
To be honest with you, with the music and modeling, I don't really know how it's gonna work. Me doing both things and me hitting both things strong as far as becoming this, this supermodel and becoming this super hip hop artist. But somehow I'm gonna figure out how I'm gonna be able to fluctuate everything that I'm doing, and it's gonna work out. By the grace of God. Trust me, I got this.
Good job, all right?
Well, I think it was a great job.
Yeah.
The difference between good and great is what?
You.
Right.
Okay, that was framed as like
a heartwarming lady on the go. Oh, our heart bleeds for this beautiful romantic story.
Don't really quite get why that segment was here, but sure. Visions. She's having visions.
Time for my agency. Many of my models are working.
She's turning
Marcus,
it in a
Niabel, and Lakiska are doing a huge shoot for Visions magazine. How you doing,
What's the shoot for?
Just the makeup. Beautiful.
I feel like I'm about to, like a photo shoot up. I'm about to, blaze that bitch.
Look good, Marcus.
Is it an editorial? Is it a personality piece?
Great.
I don't know. What is this? I don't know what this job is. Do you know what? Can anyone tell me what the job is? I just don't know. Is it fashion?
Niabel, you're ferocious. You're working it.
But what is she working?
Beautiful.
She's selling what? What is she selling?
Marcus, you look great. This is the best I've ever seen you look.
This is very... Okay. I guess we're just never gonna know.
Kishka, look this way. Kishka, step out a little bit. Kishka, you can look at the camera, but try to also play off of each other also. Right now, you can feel some restraint from Kishka, so I'm trying to get her to kind of, get more comfortable. Look at the photographer.
When the client feels very unhappy about the way one of my models is performing, it really pisses me off. It embarrasses me and damages the reputation not only of the agency, but to the model. You can like him in your eyes, Lakiska. It's all in your mentality. Your ability to transcend the photograph into what the publisher, Condi, is saying.
Yeah, but what's it for? Is this stock images?
So frustrated with Lakiska. She has an amazing body, but she definitely needs a lot of work developing her facial expressions. Lakiska, I want you up here like a penguin.
Oh gosh, I forgot about the trip to the zoo for the losers of that competition to try and imitate the penguins or whatever. Wow, I forgot about that. What What is this show?
Do not make faces. What do you want me to do?
You're a happy penguin. That's not happy.
Oh,
don't give us what you're
read the
feeling.
film.
You step out of it. You step into something else.
I'm still doing happy.
No, you're not doing happy because you just
How about
said,
this?
I'm still doing happy. You better be happy. Make something happen. Don't just stand there.
When Janice is here doing the photo shoot, it really makes no difference. She's just kind of annoying, but there's Janice, so I can't do anything about that.
Lakeisha, do you want a model?
Dave?
Yes, I want a model.
You do? Because if you don't, you need to leave and, like, we can replace you.
Oh. The language in this show is so hateful, but I guess that is kind of true, isn't it? Janice Dickinson's modelling wig. Here at the
Lakeisha,
wig.
do you want a model?
Yes, I want a model.
You do? Because if you don't, you need to leave and, like, we can replace you. Lakeisha was not pulling her weight at all at the Vision shoot. I wasn't happy with her performance, but most importantly, neither was the client. I don't know what else to say.
Right.
Please, give him something.
At the Vision shoot, Janice was giving Lakeisha a hard time, so that's when I stepped in and helped Lakeisha out.
Okay.
So I was just standing there, posing, helping her out a little bit because I hate it when I see somebody else struggling. At one point, I was the same way as Lakeisha. Every time Janice stepped in and she criticizing me, I couldn't turn anywhere else.
That's great. And chin down a little bit. Great, that's it.
Yeah,
I would just want to make her...
So Lakeisha has a little bit of a, she has a bit of a stoic expression in her eyes. She's got very, like, big, like, deer in the headlight eyes, which is really good for, like, specific kinds of photography. But so far in this episode, we have not seen, like, an array of emotion, should we say.
Comfortable and
I still don't quite get
just
what the point
look
of the
at
shoot
me
is, though.
And don't even think about Janice. That's what was in my mind.
Don't think about Janice. Excellent advice.
I had a lot of high hopes for Lakeisha. She seemed like such a natural. But what I'm seeing today, I'm so concerned. That girl needs to work on her facial expressions and her attitude. Lakeisha, focus on them.
That's nice.
What's wrong with her entourage?
Right.
Good.
You got it?
Yep, got it. Thank you very much.
Janice is a little bit worried about her models. It was her first editorial, and she started a bit slow. But at the end, she kind of gelled with the other models and was able to kind of bring out what we all knew she had. So it was great. All right, wrap.
Yeah, Bill.
Right, I still don't quite understand what that was.
I'm
Back at the hostel.
That's where I'm staying along with Lakeisha. We have very similar circumstances, both from out of state, don't have a lot of money. We definitely don't have rich families back home, and
and this show is kind of
it's really been hard
exploiting you,
actually
isn't it?
on both of us. This is our room. It's pretty small. We have our own beds. We have a bathroom, and we each have a closet. Privacy's pretty much gone out the door. But I mean, these are the things that you have to go through when you live in a hostel.
Risha, did I tell you what happened the other day at the zoo?
No, what happened?
Okay, like, we were at the zoo and Janice was just getting onto me because all of a sudden, like, I got upset because everybody started asking me, Lakeisha, what's wrong? What's wrong?
What's going on? Nothing? Are you okay today?
And nothing was wrong, but the fact that they kept asking me what was wrong just, like, pissed me off even more, and then I started to cry because, of course, I couldn't cuss anybody out or snap at them.
When we come home, we've had, long, hard days. It's really good to have someone that you can, just...
You guys aren't being paid either, are you? Quite obviously.
That stuff. Each time when someone does that, the way you react, the way that you handle it, it says a lot about who you are. So
I'm a bit lost as to the storyline of this episode because I feel like we're kind of witnessing a bit of prejudice here by being like, oh, Lakeisha's being an issue, but so is Marcus, and like this is us following them being an issue. Like, we haven't had a personal moment like this of anyone else in the agency, have we? Have we? I don't think so.
Composure and don't show it. It has not been an easy trip. It hasn't been an easy route that we've taken, but we're surviving. We're survivors, and We're doing what we have to do to
You gotta
achieve
do
our
what you gotta
dreams.
do to make it in the industry, girl. I've been there, I've done that, I know what it feels
owner
like.
of Dragonfly Clothing. They have a very
Dragonfly.
edgy rock and roll themed clothing line. They've come to us looking for models for their fall preview catalog. Hello, Janice Dickinson.
Right, okay. Sudden new thing right at the very end of the episode, sure.
My name is Edward Dutta. I'm the
Edward
visionary
Dutta.
of Dragonfly Clothing, Edward Dutta, and Redneck Denim.
Where would you like me to sit?
Wherever you want, one on my lap.
Is Redneck a slur?
It'll get my models booked, that's fine. That's fine. I have to be able to wear several hats with the clients.
Oh, this is much better lighting than whatever they've been given her recently. This is much more cinematic. You've got one key light and perhaps something over here happening as well. I love this lighting. Very good. Flatters Janice very well.
And I was all over this Edward Dada client because he's cool. He's got that yo, yo, yo. And I'm able to think like him because I've hung out with lots of rock stars just like him. I just very happy.
I know it's Janice's nature to be flirty and comfortable with a client, but there comes that point when you cross the line of professionalism.
Yes.
In this case, the client didn't seem to mind, but as far as I was concerned, it was not acceptable behavior.
Basically, we're looking for
Janice is such an enigma, isn't she? Because, like, how has she been able to be this way for so long and still have, like, a thriving career? Bewildering.
2 girls and 2 men, and to be our
2
sort
girls
of cover
and
face.
2 men, not 2 men and 2
Image.
women.
Image. Cool. Of course, Janice Dickinson knows not just modeling, she knows image, she knows what you need, and it's really important in marketing and in business in general.
Do you think they just sort of asked him then, like production were like, and why have you chosen Janice? Like, oh, tell us what you love about Janice. Oh, isn't Janice lovely? And he's had to be like, well, she knows blah, blah, blah. It gives me similar vibes of like at the time when What Not to Wear UK was on with Trini and Susanna girls. Interviewers interviewing them would be like, oh, and you're so good at what you do. Like, oh, it's almost like they've bought into their own hype and they've created this like empire on just nonsense. People really thought they knew what they were talking about. But as we've watched it back, we're like, what are they doing? How was no one like, should we stop and think about this for a second?
Work with someone that has a feel for what's fashion. I'm very, very happy to be working with you.
Let's
Judging from what we've
Let's
seen
check
in
out
this
the
series, I
models.
don't think Janice knows
We'll
either.
get drinks later.
You got it.
Okay, here we go. The girls.
Would you like to come forward, please? Let me see you.
Rock and roll.
Chasey.
Do a little...
Hello, Chasey.
Crystal.
Hello, Crystal.
Pull your shirt up. Tell me. They're all there.
The more ass, the more pass.
Janice has said that, you know, we're in LA and she wanted to bring high fashion to LA, and I feel like she kind of has gone a little bit off track in where she's going. Everything is commercial, and that's really not where I want to go. I'm kind of hoping she heads back towards the high fashion.
She's Gia.
Okay. Something that looks like Hendrix would have dated.
You're hilarious. You smell good too. What are we having for dinner?
Wherever you want.
I love this guy.
There are times where I think Janice can be over the top and unprofessional.
Yes, nearly every day.
Turn around.
She's 18.
She's 18?
She's adorable.
I know.
Let's keep it rolling. Desiree has a waistline somewhere underneath the tarpaulin. Let's get the guys in here. Hi, guys.
I actually am this brand. I feel like, you know, I've been riding Harleys since I was old enough to drive, and I've had rock posters on my wall since I was about 5 years old. I'm psyched. I'm ready to go.
Your name?
Kehoe.
Kehoe. Would you know how to spell that?
Well,
She's illiterate.
How about the hoe? This is our hoe.
Next.
John Stallings.
John, how you doing?
That's a rock and roll guy
Hasn't
right
he gone,
there.
didn't he go to Japan? Did he not go to Japan? Has anyone gone to Japan? What happened? You know, with the last episode where that lady came in and they were like, we're sending 3 of you to Japan. Yeah, here you are still. Yeah.
How you doing? Chris Jones.
What's up with this look?
Can we see your
What is
face?
going on? Can we see your eyes?
Yeah.
Janice had the gall of dissing my outfit in front of the client, which I thought was very unprofessional.
Yes, 100%.
But, you know, I was going for the whole rock and roll heroin chic look.
No, he's cool. He's got ice blue eyes. Chris Jones, he's got an attitude. I'm not happy with it. I'm just about over it because I've got 10 guys to fill the Chris Jones slot right now.
But you...
JP Calderon.
What attitude? What attitude was that? He tried to dress more appropriately for the casting. So why is that an attitude? When Janice is like, you look like shit, girls. Like, I just don't get it.
How's it going, bro?
Dude, he'll kill you.
I know.
He'll kill you.
And you know what? I'll have to
Dude, okay. Thank you guys. You guys
Thank
rock.
you very much, everybody. You guys are all the voice of the best.
This was kind of a unique casting for the agency with the rock and roll thing. I was really interested in just seeing which one of my models that Edward was going to
Absolute
pick.
wild.
Welcome back, ladies.
You guys all rock. Thank you for coming. And we selected 2 of you girls. Gia.
I feel like this was my time to shine, and I came and I did my thing, and I got chosen, and that's all I can really concentrate on.
Miss Tracy.
I do hope that there's pay. Oh, she's so nice.
I'm looking for a really, really rock and roll scene, and I think these 2 fit it most.
Thank you so much, girls.
Thank you.
Okay.
The 2 picks are John and Robert.
All right, John, Robert, step up.
John and Robert.
I'm not feeling that great
Oh,
today,
yeah, they look
but
quite
my
rock.
phrase, life is a runway, you know, keep on keeping on, life is a runway, it entails rock and roll lifestyle in there, and apparently it's working. So they liked me, and I'm ready to represent.
But you're also meant to be in Japan.
This is my first casting, first booking, and I couldn't be happier.
Thank you very much again.
Roberto.
Janice's models rock so perfectly for our clothing company. I mean, Dragonfly's image and Janice's image just fit like a glove on a hand.
I've never actually seen a casting in which they bring everyone back to then pick out the 2 and then be like, and now everyone at the back, clap them for getting into the casting. Like, that is total TV production there. I'd like to think a sensible agency wouldn't waste everyone's time. They'd just call back in exactly who they want.
I'm a professional.
Bottom. Oh, a little cuddle, yeah. What's this? The Dragonfly photo shoot, girls. Dragonfly.
Today we're here for the
everywhere.
photo shoot for Dragonfly with Edward Detta, and I'm just super excited, looking forward to getting some really, really cool shots. We have some really cool props.
Another studio shoot. There's a lot of them.
I've been getting a lot of work with the agency, and I'm really happy about that.
I just came by to represent and just let you know that I'm here for you.
Oh, she's
really
got her hair
proud of you.
extensions taken out.
I've definitely grown a lot in terms of my modeling career. I was back home in Boston before, kind of struggling, not really getting anywhere. So being an actual part of this agency has just taken me to that next level.
Oh.
I really have high hopes for Gia. She's got a slamming rockin' bod, and out of all the new models, she's consistently booking the jobs.
Okay.
I've
Is
worked
she
really
though?
hard to
We
get-
haven't seen her book a job at all, have we? No. When they say things like,
Oh, you know, they're constantly booking jobs.
the only one I feel like we've ever really seen booking jobs is Stina after she had that moment where she was going to leave the agency. And Fargo, that's kind of it.
Oh, a soiled wig.
A big deal for me, and I'm just gonna put my all into it and rock and roll.
My space girls. Kind of love it. Oh, there's a dragonfly. Or is it a bird? Is it a bird? Is it a wig?
Awesome hair and makeup right now, the clothes are awesome, very rock star of course, I'm feeling the part.
This is not very rock star. It's very what Model Mayhem thinks a rock star looks like.
It's like you would be doing this.
You look great, Trace. How do you...
Is that hookah? Is that how you call it? Shisha? Hookah? What is the direction of this photo shoot? Because why is there like rug, antique sofa, hookah, rock star, MySpace hair, guy liner? What are we selling here? Dragonfly clothing,
You look great,
right?
Trace. How do you feel? You better rock this coffin.
I feel like I've
But
kind of
it's
proved
brown.
myself in our agency because there's questioning about being dropped, and I don't want to get dropped from our agency. So I think today might have like helped that I can do this.
Put this shirt on. Let me see how this looks on you.
This is my first time booking a gig with Janice's agency. I couldn't be more excited, honestly. Channeling my inner rock star. Another hard day at work as a male model.
You're gonna propose to me,
You're proposing to her.
piece you out.
It can't be that bad.
What a horrible shot that is! No, why can we see beyond the backdrop there of just like a radiator and some like bins?
The bins.
A la poubelle, girl! No, we're not doing all that.
Hot.
Robert Naughton is born
Why can we
to
see the
model,
bins?
period. He looks great in rock and roll fashion.
That
I
looks-
see him in
yes,
Abercrombie
he
and
looks
Fitch.
very
I see him in
strong.
Ralph Lauren. I see him in Calvin Klein in a Dolce & Gabbana underwear ad. I just see Robert just as the consummate model.
The two that I think that have a big future with me as spokesmodels are Robert and Tracy.
Okay, Robert and Tracy.
All right, it's a wrap. Okay.
The worst photos you've ever seen.
Dragonfly rocks.
That's right. All right.
But what was that for? What was that for again? What was that for? For Dragonfly, yes, but is it editorial? Is it for a website? Is it promotional material? Like what?
The bins.
Back at the Abbey, girls.
It's about time you got. Where have you been this whole time? The man, the legend. What's up, man?
JP called me up to meet him for lunch, but on the way, I go to a newsstand and pick this up.
Oh!
Here's up with this, man. I just picked this up.
Is this like I'm actually gay and you didn't know?
And they're both boys.
In a million years would I ever think about coming out, but let alone now be on the cover of a magazine. Since the Instinct magazine and the interview came out, it's been so nice to have support from my friends.
I'm really proud of you. I think that you got a lot going for you.
It's been awesome. It's been the best thing I've ever done in my life.
Is this a nice, heartwarming moment?
Everyone who I feared the most has been the coolest to me.
The golden hour.
Anybody who's really a human being is not going to judge you because of this.
100%.
Well, I know right now this is a very sensitive part of JP's life. This is brand new to him. With what JP has just done with Instinct magazine and everything, and I'm eternally grateful that he trusts me with this very personal issue he's dealing with.
What a lovely
What about the other
friend.
models? Do you think any of them know yet?
Oh, it's nice to see a nice friend, isn't it? After all this hateful nonsense in this show. Oh, what nice friends. Oh, yeah, we're like, oh, yeah. Cheers to that.
I don't know. I don't know yet.
In my opinion, honestly, they're solid people like you and I, and they're not going to judge you because of it. Because they know your character. They know who you really are.
I hope so.
The way it's going to go. Just keep working hard,
Definitely
man.
hope so.
Difficult.
Hi, I'm sorry. I'm Richard. I was the editor of People Magazine in Spain.
As we're in the middle of our discussion, this guy came up to us and he said that, he used to be an editor with People Espanol magazine.
This cover, your story inside was so impactful, and it was inspiring. And I cried when I read it. It was my story too. So thank you for that.
Whoa, no, that's huge.
I thought there was going to be a job
congratulate
opportunity.
me because he saw the magazine and what I did.
That's nice, but it could have been an
I
email.
want people to come up to me, and I hope that people are touched by it. I want people to be moved by it because I want to talk to people just as much.
So
It is important. It is important to be a good role model for your community.
Does that happen all the time with you now because this whole thing?
I guess it hit home to people, and I don't know much about it, but all I can say is I know my story, and if it helps everyone, then that's what I want to do. Communication really is the best way to get things out in the open, to talk about it, to solve things and conquer it. And
being visible is a very
I've
powerful form of
communicated
activism.
in Instinct magazine, and because of it, I've opened so many doors now, and I'm so much more happier. I feel like I've conquered a lot, and you know what? There's a lot more things that I want to conquer.
That's really, what a sweet little moment that was. Okay. That was kind of lovely, actually. In a way, that kind of normalized, the idea of coming out as a male model, because I don't feel like that's very normal, and I still feel like that's not very normal nowadays either. It's very limiting. When you are a queer person who does anything to do with industry or business, it's very limiting in multiple different ways, because sometimes it limits you to oh, you're their queer diversity hire, but then also you have to tread the fine line, or if you're too queer or too into being an activist for your cause, companies quite often will think, well, we won't put you in the marketing with what we're doing with everyone else because we'll save you for that 1 month a year when it's Pride Month. And then in a weird way, by living loud and proud, it's kind of harmed your career. It's very difficult to break out of that box into mainstream whilst also being really true to yourself while still trying to earn enough to survive in that industry. Tea here on the Chanel Girls.
We're back at the Abbey today, so Sean from
1991.
Aussiebum can meet my
I
existing
was
models
too.
right before the callbacks.
Right, here we
I
go.
figured that it would be a great opportunity for my models to make a great memorable impression by separating them from the open call group. Nice to see you.
Why?
Hello, models. Hey, Marcus. How are you today? Not only am I an agent, I'm a coach. You guys, this is a really important client, and I want you guys to have a different approach. Don't kind of throw out the I'm a badass. Just be friendly guys. I have to get my team players together to tell them they have to work hard, put their best foot forward, suck in their guts, and just model. If you pull it from within, the client's gonna see it. Not only will he be looking at your abs and your butt. I hope you've been going to the gym, Marcus. Marcus, I've never seen you this quiet. You gotta throw up?
I'm feeling real good since the wrong team clap.
He's a bad influence, that guy.
Coming up,
I'm sorry, you can't just be, you're a bad influence because you've got to come to throw out and let, no, Janice, no. He might be hungover, yes, but also he might not be. We just don't know, do we? No. Right, the Janice Dickinson Wig Agency.
He's a bad influence, that guy.
Why is she like, let's have an open casting, but also bring back all my old models and then not talk about the new people at all?
Me growing up motivates me. Let me know that I'm doing my job, that I'm on top of things. And I won't stop.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's not fun. Being sick is not fun in the slightest.
I'm alright, though. I'm alright. You gotta push it to the limit, beyond the limit.
You're gonna go home. You're not ready for this today.
No, I am ready.
No, you're not ready for this today, sir.
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm gonna say no to you today.
Marcus was physically getting sick. Flu's going around. Nobody wants to be around somebody who's sick. So Janet just said, you're not right. You're not right for the job. You're not right for the client. Just go home.
I'm not singling you out. I'm just saying, you know, if you're not feeling good, you're gonna get everybody else sick.
But yeah, I just threw up and I'm good right now.
Well, gee, thanks for sharing.
I'm good. I'm telling you, I'm good. I'm here.
I'm your agent. I'm telling you to go home.
It's just something I ate last night.
You want me to get security to throw you out?
Oh, my.
I don't mess around, my friend.
Jay, but if you're my agent, why wouldn't you want to support me and let me be here and do it?
Because you're sick and you're not right.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling all right.
When Janet said, Marcus, you gotta go, Marcus pitched a fit. Just total attitude like only he can do.
Why you gotta make this difficult? Let me just participate.
You're not right. You gotta go. Sorry.
Oh,
Marcus
that's not fun.
flipped out after I told him to go home.
I don't think I would feel as bad as I do right now if she hadn't constantly tried to single him out previously all the way throughout this entire series. If this was a one-off, I'd be like, oh yeah, no, maybe this is right. But I feel like previously, Janice has also said things like, you could be dying, you could be but as long as you get that picture, girls. But she's not saying that here to him, is she? She's like,
no, look what you've done by being sick.
No, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to take much more of this.
I don't know why you always gotta act like this. You don't even know. I could be the one that they choose. You just don't know.
I just want you all to know that I feel bad right now. You know, I don't like to be in this position to have to argue with anybody. It's just not professional.
I guarantee you, I auditioned today. I guarantee you.
Difficult, lemon,
Sean.
difficult.
Hey guys.
So Sean, these are my guys. I'm really proud of them.
Janice brings in her models to the Abbey, rocked them up in one line. It was interesting. So, this is what Americans look like.
Take your shirts off.
You guys are what's called the top models in LA.
These are not only top models in LA, my guys have been booking Abercrombie and Fitch, Old Navy, French Vogue.
Well, we're
Why don't you
Have
take
they
your
done
pants
French
off,
Vogue?
guys? Drop trowel.
So basically, we're looking for somebody
what's
that
Marcus
can
gonna do
deliver the
now?
image that other guys want to be. Produce. I don't know about the jeans around.
Take the pants off, you dummies. Good Lord.
We shoot every week around the world, men's health, details.
Right in the middle of the casting, Marcus
Oh,
jumps
no,
up in
drama.
his underwear in the line of the guys. Janice looked at me and says, what do we do? And I said, we don't want to piss off the client. We'll let him stay there for now.
We're here, we're doing a shoot for men's fitness. You guys, or one of you guys, are going to end up in that.
So all I can say is a privilege to be
Thanks, mate.
in the Aussiebum.
Now I can say 1 second. Excuse me, you're not in this lineup. Turn around and leave. I didn't ask you to show up because you got sick. You can leave now.
And then Marcus jumps up, walks to the client, and shakes his hand, making kind of a scene in front of everybody else. Janice looks at me, I look back at her, and we're like, that's it. He's done.
You're fired from the agency.
Yeah.
Get out.
Oh, goodness, meow.
Coming up on future
No, I was totally gobsmacked about that. Wow, okay, that's such a reality TV moment. What a time to end the episode, my lovelies. I've got some thoughts. Goodness me, what an episode that was. We've seen some pretty bizarre things today. The top of the one that I can think of is, what was the point of any of the photo shoots this week? The Visions one and the Dragonfly shoot. Both were like, didn't really tell us what they were for. The Visions one specifically didn't tell us what it was for. It didn't tell us if it was a fashion moment, didn't tell us if it was an editorial, an interview piece, a piece about what it's like a lifestyle piece. Nothing of the sort. And the Dragonfly shoot, in a similar vein, we know it's for a clothing brand, but was also like some photos of the bins, like... what? Also during this show, we saw two specific storylines happening based around Lakiska and Marcus. The way that Janice has treated Marcus, I do kind of feel a little bit like, about. Like, clearly, obviously, like, being late and trying to organise your life around two individual different major career paths is difficult. And I also don't think that people should be late, but I also feel like Marcus has been targeted by Janice previously, and we've just seen it again in this episode, and it's just kind of like, I don't know, it just gives me the feeling of like, I just don't like that. That's not right. It's not right. And I also want to talk about the fact that it kind of felt like the open casting for like the male model Aussiebum situation was mostly just, I don't know, parade the hot guy around some little odd vulture-y people to be like,
oh, why don't you get your winkle out and do a backflip?
It just feels strange that this was like a modelling agency show. TV show? Where at any point has this been like, this is an agency, this is how we behave, this is how we're booking clients, look at all this money we're making. And then there was an argument at the beginning of this episode about the amount of money that they should be paying their models. And it was the first time we've heard Janice be like, and we're making money today, girls. But this is episode 8 of season 2. And it's the first time this season we're hearing about money. Gosh, my lovelies, let me know what you think about what we've seen in today's episode, because it's been bonkers from start to finish. I feel exhausted just from watching it. And with that, my lovelies, it's time for the Patreons. You can see yourself scrolling past on the screen right here. Yes, you can. Honestly, what's going on, my loves? And today's Instagram shout out goes to Melanie X. Thank you so much for following me over on Instagram, you stunning woman on the go. And if you want to be in with a chance of being featured in my next video's Instagram shout out, make sure you follow me over on Instagram. It is xxluxeria. I post travel and fashion content over there. And as always, my loves, I want to say a massive thank you to my top tier Patreons: Orkos Samoji, Ariadia X, Becky Johnson, Beebles32, Shell Herman, Christy Crownover, Christina Kyle, ContraPoints, Elizabeth Stone, Emily Worsham, Eric Castillo, Finn Dunham, Jen Martin, Caitlin Wright, Larissa Says Relax, Leanne Jones, Les Banana, Min Mintier, Mariah Sherman, Miss Kiss, Novembrix, Paola Rivera, Ryan Vita, Stefutech, The Chaos Collective, and Vicky Walsh. And you know what, my lovelies? I think I'm gonna leave it on the notes of, if you are a businesswoman on the go, do not under any circumstances mock your client when you are interviewing them. Don't do that. Just don't do that. You're not going to get very far if you do that. No.